Mhm. All right. So welcome into Philadelphia Walks PTSD. My name is Sharon Cole, or Sharon or Cole, whatever you want to call me. Rat, pig, horse, cat, squirrel, hamster, gerbil. Don't care. Don't care. I am here on day 60 of my one video each day, 365-day campaign to raise money, big and tall, short and small, from donors, big and tall, short and small, what have you, to make up for a life lost and a soul ravaged to death after believing I'd be murdered in my apartment, January 2011. It was really bad. And the city has been turning a blind eye to whatever it was for many, many years, allowing imbeciles and jackasses to know what kind of show. But wow, Philly, what a show of stupidity on your end. So I was made to believe I'd be murdered in my apartment, January 2011. Persecution complex scenarios, if you will. People riding around on their bikes saying, "What do you think you're, Jesus? Jesus, 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 Jesus." See how Jesus can become an anchor in the world of God. It's like, I'm not trying to say I'm Jesus, but this Jesus, this is like, it is like being persecuted and then obstructed and held back and trapped. But a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of things, and then driving off into the sunset, off to Portland, or even had moments of walk or pull my soul up out of my body. It's hard to explain. Oh, and because I dog walking jobs, and a lot of people, are they friends or were they fake community? Maybe it's this like thing, like, you know how they had that story about he left. I don't even know if that exists any longer. Everyone is so accepting of everyone in general that, oh, once you're out in the open now, then everybody leaves and we don't want to be your friend any longer. I don't know if that was different groups, even people who wouldn't be friends were participating in the torture of one Sharon Renee Cole, but in their own way. I wanted to bring up one scenario. They lived on Dorrance Street, right around the corner from where I was living. I moved into my apartment sort of out of a sense of urgency as it was, and my apartment was just south of Sharon's Bank, and my name is Sharon. That area is orchestrated and set up. And I wound up the target. They used me specifically. But anyway, I was walking their dogs all the way up till the end of 2010, and then they decided they needed to change course because they were planning to move to Portland, Oregon, where other families, they were thinking of sort of rattle my foundation because I was used to sort of is going to come from. They kind of were shaking my foundation a little bit. There's a lot more to say about this couple, but what I wanted to describe was the feeling of, after a year and a half to like say 2 years of being like constantly bombarded and tortured everywhere I turned, everywhere I went in the city, there was all kinds of activity going on related to this specific situation. Hard to explain, but I knew I was stuck, and I just sort of every day just kept going and going and going and going and going in a state of absolute shock, while literally having people attacked from left and right. All kinds of things happened to my bike that I would lock every day. It was never ending. Every day I could have had a list of about 100 to 1,000 infractions or hits against Sharon, mentally, physically, all kinds of ways. Mental games every day. Here's my list for today. Here's my list for today. Here's my list for today. And every day I could have had a list. And there was in my apartment one day, and I felt a strong pull to figure out if Steph and Meg had left yet, because I knew that they were planning a move, but I hadn't talked to them that much because they had the day of it. I don't know what's going on. But I had a strong pull for my stomach. And I was like, I'm going to just walk over in their direction, because I only live like around the kind of 2 blocks, Fitzwater and Catherine. Those are rented anyway. And they're coming out of their house, getting in their car as if they knew I was coming. Or Donnie Darko, there's a thing pulling from someone's stomach. It's like energy drawing you to a certain place or what have you. So I see them getting into their car. They had 2 separate cars. They had a Toyota Prius, and that was Meg's. And then the other one, my best guess would be a Honda Pilot or a CRV. Anyway, as Meg gets into the driver's seat, I'm pretty sure it was the Prius. She's going, "You're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy." And I had just decided to walk over there just to kind of see if they were around and maybe I'd knock on their door. I didn't think it was so bad that, but meanwhile, Steph is saying, call me later, call me later. It was like a scene out of like the L Word, like a drama series. The L Word being a lesbian show that was quite popular. It still is. I think they have like I don't know if they have a new name. So I was wondering what was going on. I have Steph saying, "Call me later, no big deal, call me later," and Meg saying, you're crazy," which fed right into this idea that I was the one with the problem. Can you imagine being raped and tortured and then told that you were the one who's... So good cop, bad cop. Behaving the way they were behaving, why everything started, what kicked off in the city. This city was stocked with whatever they were doing, with people like them, I guess, but not necessarily the same. It was almost like, who's going to pick up Sharon? Which team is she going to... Steph and Meg better than Maria and Susan? And these people wouldn't normally like hang out. So anyway, flash forward about a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know how long, 2000, well, I don't know. It meant to just like torture someone. No peace at all. Everything in 1941, or I'm sorry, in 2011, it was a year of cabin fever and people didn't break out on the scene until the end of April, beginning of May. Side of the street, which would be towards, there's a little fixed and catty cornered from the CVS side is the big gigantic. I walking back from Winston, a Puggle, or I was, but a gray Toyota Prius with Oregon plates and straight on down, but my heart sunk and I wanted to cry because here, that was Meg's car. They were suited up with the Portland plates already, the Oregon plates behind, having to figure out how to handle life in general, with struggling, with being tortured and stoned to death, humiliation out the ass. And I am so not kidding. Humiliation would include having Winnie's mom, the dog walking client, decide to walk with me once in 8 years, but she walked with me and she kept walking and it was a longer walk than normal. I would go on to walk another walk after that. I was being nice, so I kept walking with her, but then it was like, I got to wrap it up and go to the next dog walk. And I realized while I'm walking another person's dog, someone's behind me taking a picture or like filming, which is why I walk around with my camera now. So not really, but when I get home, I realized, somehow I miscalculated or didn't realize that my feminine cycle started and I wasn't prepared. And it was, and usually I can tell, most women can tell in general, super heavy. I had to change my clothes, take a shower. I almost had to get rid of the shorts or whatever that I was wearing. And that's just another example of high school hijinks. And did the dog walking client know that would happen? And on top of that, I'd been run ragged so much, I didn't realize I'd probably dropped like 8. I go to put on, I'm looking for other shorts to put on because I didn't have a lot of clothes. As a dog walker, I still wear the same thing every day for each season. And I was able to put on some old shorts that didn't used to fit. And then the message was, well, now you can be happy because you lost so much weight. Now you can wear these. See how it's a roller coaster ride? But my heart sank when Meg pulled away. We're hightailing it out of Philly and you're left behind. It was like leaving me in the dust. But they needed armies of people to hold me back. They needed armies of people to hold me down in Philly. And it's a whole new life of love, having a child even. Life is all kinds of friends that I thought were friends, having kids, having a life, forgetting all about Sharon in the dust. And I'm the best friend they would ever have. Because everybody needs someone they can trust. It's very rare to have people you can trust in your life. It was bad. So that was one situation that I recalled today. So I thought I would bring it up. But what is it? Hey, Sharon, I hope everything, just wanted to know we're officially leaving. No, that was my little send off or whatever. And these people pretended to be my friends. We went to concerts. We went to Brandy Carlisle concerts together. I have a whole list of people who were willing to pretend to be, you know, friends or whatever the best word is, or a network of people. I have an entire list. This city is littered with trash like that. And these are seemingly respectful, stand-up people, you would think. Healthy. It's not like they're running with criminal rings, or are they? I have a whole list of names. I can go through a few. Steph, Meg, Heather, Karina, Pune, yeah, Sohelia, Sarah Gish, Casey, Terrell. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Mike, I have a whole gay running group. What the F? I was running with you guys. You guys turned into a bunch of assholes. Craig, Dan, on. What's the problem? Jeff? This is a friend from running group. What's going on? Who are you? The list goes on. Laura? I don't even consider her a friend. That was someone I tried to live with. Sorry, friend is the only word I can think of, but I thought I had met some people, my peeps, whatever. Even at the age of 60, you need friends. Some people think the word friends is immature. It isn't. I don't know what else you call people who you kind of need to go on a cruise with, so it's okay to use the word friends. I have someone out there who thinks that people over the age of 30 don't use the word friends. Oh, God help us. Everybody has a stick up their ass. They're so perfect. They must be gang stalkers. So anyway, have a great day. This is way worse than I can even fully describe. I tried to write a book about the first 7 days of everything kicking off. And that's Duplicity and Duress Snap Factories in the Making by Aaron Vans. I used a pseudonym. I don't know what to say. I was on a video call last night with Adam, one of my viewers, and he was doing this, and he's like, it's like, and that rings true. I was being punched in the face constantly for no reason. All I could think of was some of these people think that in order to get ahead, they have to push other people back. I've never even thought that. I was over here doing my own thing. And nobody's in the same field as me. It's not like a bunch of writers are like, oh, we got to shove Sharon down. We don't want her to get a job in the field of writing. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure why these people buy into such a lie. So anyway, that's it. Have a great day. This thing was way, way, way worse than anyone can ever imagine. It was way, way, way worse. It's something you don't get to describe. There are people who are able to do things invisibly, and they are above the law. They truly are. And people will insist, no one's above the law. That's total bullshit. There are people who got away with almost murder or close to it, because if you can't figure out how to live a life, or you can't trust a single soul, I don't know who to trust. I have a few family members in Delaware, and basically I know them because, we have a similar DNA, and you just know certain people, and I basically trust them. That's about it. And Adam, I guess. Maybe a few viewers. Maybe. Other people have lives. They have families. They're doing this. They feel at home. Every day I wake up still searching while trying to recover from all that they did. And my PTSD will trigger out there in the universe when people do dumb things, like whistling Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when they show up to fix something in the apartment. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.